Yeah, my name is Des Uniat and I own Lloyd Lake Lodge. I love the fact that the lodge has a history. It's not only my history, it's my grandfather's history, it's our guides that have been coming here and guiding myself and my family's generations. My grandfather, my father, myself, my children. But then not only that, the lodge has turned into almost a legacy for myself, my family, and my guides, which I consider extended members of my family. They've been coming out to these waters for 1,000 years. So my guides are Chippewan. They come from a community called the Lodge from about 100 miles south of here. It's kind of been passed down from generation to generation that we've had fathers and sons who are now taking over their dad's roles and passing on that cultural knowledge to not only myself, which I've certainly benefited from it, but being able to pass it down to all of our guests. I think it's just an inherent part of the culture that they come from, and the fact that they're willing to share that with all of us, we're blessed. My grandfather started coming back in the late 80s, and when I turned 5 years old, my grandfather used to do a boys trip. And I said, "Grandpa, do you think I can come fishing with you?" And as legend goes, he said, "Well, son, you need to measure up to my belt." So I grabbed a phone book off the counter, I stood on it, and I was taller than his belt. And I looked at him and I said, "Grandpa, is that good enough?" He said, "Well, you're smart enough, so I guess you should come." And the rest has been history. We haven't missed a year. What I love about the lodge is when guests fly in, you're not just coming to Lloyd Lake to fish the one lake. We have so many adventures at so many different lakes. I'm able to share different river systems and different lakes with our guests. The one thing that I really love is being able to share in a couple of different adventures. We have a 10-minute boat cruise across Lloyd Lake. You hop into another boat and then into a Ranger. It's a 6-seater side-by-side. You go cruising, ripping through some trails, and your potential to see wildlife, bear and moose. You fly over top of this huge sandhill, and all of a sudden the sky opens up around you. There's 2 other lakes, in fact. There's Langley and Keelguard in the background, and lake trout, there's northern pike fishing, but every aspect of the lodge is an adventure. And I think that's what sets us apart. Running this lodge with my brother is a dream come true. It's always been our passion to be able to share in a business together. Derek and I, we have so much history with the lodge, coming here as young kids, as clients, and one day we were able to purchase our own dream. We wanted to make sure that the lodge just wasn't about us. We wanted to be able to share our adventure and our history with our clients, but it's also about our guests making their own history. I think my dad or my grandfather would certainly want me to pass on the love that we share for the place and the love that we share for people. I greet you at the dock every morning when you leave for your fishing, and I really want to hear your story when you come back at the end of the day. Story is something that both my guides are incredible at hearing and speaking, and it's very important for us to be able to listen to people's stories. And when you come here, you're making adventures, and people care to see your happiness and share in your pleasure.